welcome once again, folks, to another session of Let's Chat with me, Meor Addelan. Being a singer is a dream for a lot of people, but the problem is right now, is being a singer even relevant right now? Is it actually an industry that one would really want to indulge themselves in? Hence why, for this particular topic, I have a very special friend of mine who's going to be talking about her journey and also weighing in on whether or not being a singer, especially right now, is worth it. And with that, folks, I would like to introduce to you Miss Syakirah Noble. Hi, Syakirah. Just dive in quick right now. As what I've just mentioned on top of the show, let's get real here because being a singer right now is so different in comparison
Yeah.
to how it was 20, 30, even 10 years ago. With the advancement of technology, you used to use cassettes. I don't know whether you were old enough to understand what a cassette is or even a vinyl for that matter. We have evolved into this huge different kind of experience when it comes to the music industry now. You
Hmm.
yourself, why would you want to get into this kind of industry? It's hard to even think about it, isn't it?
For me personally, moving on to your question, why I would want to be a singer, I mean, first of all, is because I think the number one thing that you have to have, like, if you want to be a singer, and my driving force, my why, is because I absolutely just love it. I love it. It's my passion, and it's something that I've always dreamed of doing, like since I was a kid. I think my desire to be on stage, I think it's been present ever since, not to exaggerate, but ever since I was a baby. It's like my mom, when I was 2 or 3 years old, she sent me to baby competitions, and I was never shy. I was very expressive, and I think it was, I loved like being on stage. I love being in the center of attention. So like that was why I think I got started in the first place, and it was a place for me to really express myself.
I do want to jump in, okay, because we're talking about singers here. We're talking about a life of a singer. There has been a bit of a stigma that has been portrayed, that has been showcased, that to be a singer is not just to have a pretty voice. You have to have the whole package because it's
Right.
really hard for the production for the recording company or to whoever it is to market a singer should you
Right.
only possess a beautiful voice. What's your comment on that?
My comment on that is, well, I believe that having, like you said, the full package, like from the look, from how you carry yourself, how you dress yourself, how you present yourself to people, I think that is that's important. But I also don't believe that just because you look a certain way, that you can't make it. I think I think time and time again, we have proven by so many successful singers, so many legendary singers, not in just like our community, you know, in dalam rantau, but I believe that even in the West, like you see that happening all the time, where people don't look like your conventional beauty, or they don't act the conventional way like a superstar would act. You know what I mean? It's like we have so many different people. We have so many different people, like how they look, how they act, and what languages they speak. I think that's a very it's a very one that to me, that is just one way of seeing it. I think at the end of the day, no matter what, as long as you come prepared, you come present, you come with the sincerity of bringing your music, I feel like you would have a better chance than somebody who has a beautiful voice, but they're probably not sure how to carry themselves and how to present themselves in the best way possible. Even though you're not conventionally beautiful, or
Mhm.
like you carry that whole package in that way, like it doesn't have to all come in the same box. And I think that's the beauty of music, being
Yeah.
in the music industry anyway.
You are very much in the infancy of the industry. I mean, you came out, granted, you have been singing ever since you were 6 years old, but you've
Yes.
made your mark last year when your first single was released. Now, at any point in time, until your first single was released last year, that you thought to yourself, you didn't have it, you can't make the cut, this is getting too hard, this is difficult, I just want to stop and do something else. Has that ever crossed your mind at any moment in time?
If I'm being very honest with you, I there has never been a moment where I thought of quitting. There have been moments where I felt weak, I felt powerless and I felt like I wasn't good enough. But there was never ever a question or a doubt in my mind that this is what I was meant to do and I should just quit altogether if there was something that mentally was blocking me, or if it was something that someone said that offended me or that may put me down. It was definitely, I never ever thought of quitting for one moment. I have felt like, oh wow, I'm really, really terrible, or like, oh, like I'm not, I don't, I don't fit the mold, or I don't make music that people want to listen. I've had those thoughts, and I think that is what every artist goes through, from the seasoned ones to the brand new ones like myself. Like, like even though yes, I've been singing since like I could literally speak, there's never been a moment where I don't question if I'm good enough or if I'm worthy. But I think the beauty of loving something so much is that you know deep down that this is like, you should never stop and you should never quit. And I think I'm so blessed in that regard to have I think you can call it whatever, but to me it's just the burning passion and desire to get ahead. And nothing has ever deterred me or stopped me, and I'm very confident that I will keep going because I just love it too much. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Definitely, I truly understand where you're getting at. Is all about having that perseverance, having that patience as well, because not a lot of people would have that kind of a patience, would have that kind of identity or that motivation that actually pushes them and not wanting to give up and wanting to move forward even more.
Yeah.
Okay, right now the trend. I don't know about your knowledge about how it was before, because when you were when you wanted to start to become a singer, in the yesteryears, you had to go through auditions, or maybe get yourself tied up with a recording company. You have to be attached to a label or some sort and everything. But right now, just to become a singer, all you have to do is just have a camera, a phone camera, and stand it up and sing it in front of it and upload it on YouTube. Is that the trend nowadays? To become a singer, all you have to do is just get those views on YouTube, and
it's not even just on YouTube. It's on Instagram, it's on TikTok, it's everywhere that you can get yourself visible. You can literally be viral, or you can be a singer, however you want to define that. It's just a matter of putting yourself out there. And I think in the past it used to be you had to physically bring yourself to places to sing. I mean, you have people like Justin Bieber who was, singing on the streets. And and even then it was people with camera phones and taking videos of this little boy like singing on the streets of Canada, but then even then it was, you just have to put yourself physically out there. But then now you can just literally be at home and you can sing from your home, and you can basically become, you can become somebody. You can become a singer, and the people can see that. But I think obviously in the past, like with like history of like recording labels and stuff like that, with Motown and all that, like people, you had to sign with a label in order to be successful, because that was the only way you were going to get broadcasted. That was the only way that you were going to get radio plays and stuff like that. But now it's very much, you can just be a singer with what you have. And I think that's what's made music so much more accessible to quote unquote the layman. It wasn't just something that a select few people that were viewed as conventionally like right for the industry or right for for music that got to be singers or musicians or anything like that. So yes, I do agree with you. Like, you can literally just have your phone camera. You don't even need a mic. You don't need a recording mic. I mean, technology has become so advanced that like even the microphone, like the sound, the audio technology in a cell phone is very much advanced to where you can hear the person singing relatively clearly. And I think that's one of the I think one of the most fascinating things to me still, like even as someone of this generation, even to this day, I find that to be very astonishing, and just I'm so amazed by it.
But if there's
Yeah.
one thing that you can actually do, should you have the power to change one single thing that is related to the industry, what would that thing be?
I think nowadays, especially with, you know, with technology, with social media, with everything that you have everything really, quick, access, to your fingertips, and you can see things very quickly. You can hear things very quickly, and us as a society, we're very quick to judge people and how they look, judge them by how they act and stuff. And I think we as a society, if there's one thing I could change, it would be for us to look beyond, completely look beyond how someone looks, or the color of their skin, whatever. Look beyond that and truly listen to good music. And if I could change the focus from everything being so visual, I mean, to be very honest with you, that is part of the industry. Is you have to be visually striking in a way, or at least in a way that people remember you. And I feel like if we can look beyond that, and if we can just truly see good music, that would be great. Actually, there's also one more thing, if you don't mind me adding on. I think us as a society, there's the one thing that I could change, it would probably be as well the equality in terms of how we view males and female musicians, singers. If there could be more, if we could see them as equals. So to me, whatever a man can do, I believe that women, we can do the same. And if there should be equal treatment between us as females in the industry. We should be held to the same standards as men, and I feel like there shouldn't be a double standard in terms of how we act or how we might want to look to people. I think that there needs to be more equal treatment within the industry. So in terms of the interactions between male and female, the male and female singers or entertainers, or like anybody in the industry within, and then also us as a society, we need to be able to view both equally and treat them the same. In
the shortest term possible, I can say that let it just be about the music, and that's it.
I mean, you couldn't have put it any better. Like, let's make it about the music. Let's make it about listening to what we can do. Like, it's quite frankly, music is an amazing form of language, and to be able to spin it different ways and to suit different people's tastes, I think that is what it's all about. And we could, as a society, change that, change our focus, not just looking at something for 60 seconds on Instagram, just seeing and then judging it and then not really paying attention to what it actually is. We could focus more on the music, That's my humble opinion. Yeah.
Well said. Well said. Well, thank you so much. It was very insightful for such a young person that you are. You have said everything all spot on. It's really insightful. It's really great. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts as well as your experience. And I do wish you the best of luck and hope you get the best out of your life and become, great, which you already are.
Thank you. Hopefully, I'm trying to get there, So also don't forget to listen to my latest single.
There you go. You can check out Syakirah Noble online, guys. Just search for her. Thanks, Syakirah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Meor. Thank you. You have a lovely day. Bye.
All right, that was Syakirah talking to us about being a singer in 2020. Why do you even try? Well, you should try. Should you have the talent? Should you have the skills? And should you have the motivation as well as the desire enough to make it in the industry, as well as in any other industry for that matter? All you need to have is perseverance as well as your spirit. Thank you so much, folks, for watching today's episode. Hope to see you guys again next time around on Let's Chat. Take care now. Goodbye.